So the red pinkish ones are my anime. I think the blue one is Kamen Rider. And I think we want this one. It should be Godzilla and Ultraman. Alright guys. So, today I got in something pretty special. Godzilla vs. Megalon. It's the Japanese version with both English and Japanese subtitles, as well as English and Japanese audio. The full 83 minutes. And I think this is my final Godzilla DVD that I needed to complete my entire collection. Best part is it came with Tokyo Shock trailer disc. I'm pretty excited. Definitely want to see what's on it. So, in this movie, we have tag teaming of Megalon and I believe Gigon versus Godzilla and Jet Jaguar. The very first appearance of Jet Jaguar and the only appearance of Jet Jaguar and Megalon in live action movies in Godzilla. So this is one of the most rare DVDs. Definitely hard to find. Definitely something that most Godzilla fans are trying to find. So I went on eBay. Of course, eBay has a ton of these things. There are different versions of it, so be very careful. Of course, make sure it's DVDs have to be region 1. Blu-rays, I believe, has to be region 1. But Blu-rays and DVD region 1s are completely different. I do have a all region player, just in case. Do have some region 2 DVDs, but I'm stoked. So let's see and make sure this is the last DVD. Like I said, this is my Godzilla and Ultraman case. So we do have Tetsujin 28 Megadon and the Gamara collections. The entire Gamara collections, including Gamara the Brave, which is basically, this is a region 2, I think, although it has region 1. Gotta check it out. My Ultraman collection, the new Ultraman movie, Return of Ultraman, Ultraman Tiga. I need Ultraman Dyna, Gaia battling Hyper, the movie Hyperspace. I do need Ultraman Gaia. I want Ultraman Neos. I have Ultraman Cosmos, which is insane. Have Ultraman Nexus. Ultraman Max. Ultraman Medius. I want to get Ultraman Ginga, Ultraman Orb, Ultraman Geed, Taiga, Ultraman Z. So yeah, I'm trying to get ready for them. Ultraman Trigger, Ultraman Decker, Ultraman Lazar, Ultraman Arc. Little by little, should be full. Well, for those of you who are looking at this, and yes, this does hold a little over 400 DVDs. The Rodan movie. I need to pick up the Mothra movies. The King Kong movie. Deluxe edition. I believe this is the Jack Black version. The animated Kong series. The movie Return to the Jungle. Skull Island. Just have the two old Godzilla cartoons, as well as the new Godzilla cartoon. And so finding these is possible, but so this is just one DVD set. There are 3 sets. Each one is a different price. This set, volume 1 and 2, is a little over $100. And the other 2 sets are pretty close to $200 to $300, depending on where you're looking. This you can find for $19.95. The original Gojira, Japanese, and the Godzilla, King of the Monsters, the American version. Godzilla Raids Again, Godzilla vs. King Kong, Mothra vs. Godzilla, Ghidorah, the 3-headed monster, Invasion of the Astro Monster. These are basically the Japanese, I believe, with English subtitles, which is basically how I like watching Godzilla. Godzilla vs. the Sea Monster, or I think that's the American version. Ibara Horror of the Deep is the Japanese version. Son of Godzilla, Destroy All Monsters, the deluxe. All Monsters Attack, Godzilla vs. Hedorah, Godzilla vs. Skygon, finally Godzilla vs. Megalon, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, Terror of Mechagodzilla, Godzilla 1984, Godzilla vs. Bylanta, with, of course, it's a two-back with Mega Shark versus Giant Octopus. That was an okay movie. I do want the Japanese version for this. This is the English. So something I'm definitely looking for. Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, Godzilla vs. Mothra, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2, Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla. I believe Godzilla vs. Destroyer is on this too. And something else is on that. 1985 Godzilla, Godzilla 2000, Godzilla vs. Megagurius, Giant Monsters All Out Attack, Godzilla against Mechagodzilla, Tokyo SOS, and Final Wars Godzilla. Then we have the new Godzilla Deluxe, the Japanese, or the American version, Shin Godzilla. Godzilla Resurgence was the Japanese name before it became Shin Godzilla. King of the Monsters, Godzilla vs. Kong, and of course Godzilla -1. And literally everything else is pretty set for the next series of Godzilla movies, whether it's the American version or the Japanese versions. But yes, this looks like my collection is finally complete till they make a new Godzilla movie. So yeah, finally, I'm extremely happy. Godzilla's finally complete. Hopefully. Somewhat. Like I said there, I would love to get the actual Japanese with English subtitles for Bylanta. But now I can kind of focus more on Ultraman, Kamen Rider, Super Sentai Power Rangers, my anime collection, my cartoon collection, and my normal DVD collection. Although I do have to focus on my import collection as well. Few more movies I'm looking for. But I've caught up with one collection. So I'm pretty satisfied. Now little by little, I just have to collect or catch up with my other collections. So with the I used to keep the cases, but for those of you guys who are just have just started watching my channel, the guys that's been here for a while will tell you I've moved a couple times. And it was no fun moving with that collection of DVDs. And now I have a serious collection of Funkos. So moving that much stuff is, well, moving in general is never fun, but moving with that much stuff is insane. So I've actually picked up quite a few of those binders, and when I say quite a few, I mean 10 to 12. As you can see, this gray silver binder is my Godzilla and Ultraman collection. The blue binder you saw in the beginning is my Kamen Rider collection. I have 2 more binders for my cartoon collection. One binder just for kids and Disney. 3 binders for Power Rangers. 1 for my American Power Rangers collection. And 2 for my Super Sentai collection. Both of those binders, though, I had to upgrade a bit so they can hold 500 something DVDs. I think the silver and the blue can also hold close to that. So I have 2 more blue binders, which is my TV collection. Another red pink binder, which is my import DVD collection. And then 3 binders for my regular DVD collection. So far, only one of the binders for my DVD collection is complete. The other 2 is kind of building. When I say building, it's because, so one of the 2 I've created or put into my DC movie collection, all the Batman, the Superman, the Wonder Woman, all of those movies. Of course, it's not big, but I'm also filling the front part up with the normal DVDs. And then the other binder again is not full, but the end of the first half of the binder is my Star Wars collection. The second half of the binder is my Marvel collection. Then the first half is just going to be another DVD collection. So I'm giving myself room just in case any more DC movies comes out. Definitely have to pick up Superman. I think I have every DC movie out. I still need to pick up several Marvel movies to finish that or catch up into that collection. My TV series, I don't know how far or how much of a collection I'm going to pick up. That's why I gave myself two. So one is kind of fullish. It's getting there. I think I can put in another 100 DVDs. But the series I want to pick up has a lot of DVDs. So I definitely need Grimm. There is a TV movie series that I want. Unfortunately, it's not on DVD in America, but I can get it kind of illegally. Well, legally, illegally. And it's not a bad price. It's, I think, 35 bucks. It's called The Zoo. Basically, that story was, I think a comet flies over and all the animals start rebelling against the humans. And I mean all the animals, like they were working together to kill us. Another series I need to collect, of course, is Once Upon a Time. I kind of everything after season 7 I kind of stopped watching, but again, it is one of the harder series to find, especially an entire set. I would love to honestly find DVDs for all the Marvel TV series and the Star Wars TV series that's just on Disney Plus. One of my other series binders, it starts with the entire well, not the entire. So it has most of the CW shows, which I found amazing. Arrow, Flash, Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow, Stargirl, and Superman and Lois. That collection is complete. So I'm a huge Black Lightning fan, but I did not care for the TV series. I think all the characters did well. They were great. It couldn't it couldn't grasp me. Also have all three Batwomen, season 1, 2, and 3. Loved season 1. Hated the fact that they had to switch out the girls. I get it. I get why. It just sucks. But there are TV series I would love to get. It's just hard. The other CW series that I didn't pick up is Naomi. I love the series. I love what they were doing with it. It's only season 1. And if, you leave us hanging, it just doesn't feel right. So I do have the entire collection for the Bionic Woman, both the new and the old series. Part of me does want to collect the $6 Million Man. Part of me. Another part is saying no, God no. Part of me wants to collect the boys. Again, part of me does not. There are still some old TV series I would love to pick up if they ever come out on DVD. It's kind of hard. Import DVDs, I think right now, again, it's kind of hard. I want to pick up So the two biggest ones I need is Train to Busan, and the second one, again, it's not it's hard because it's, you want to kind of see the movie first before you pick it up. I do have a lot of weird imported movies though. So I am very grateful for that. Anime, there is a ton of anime series. That's why I needed 4 anime. One of the cases is almost completely full. One is completely empty. But it's little steps of trying to, little by little, get your collection. Although little by little, I'm finding more anime I want to collect. If you just, or if you watch any of my other YouTube videos, so I just finished Kaiju 8, Season 1. Waiting for Season 2. That's on my must-buy list. Just finished Season 1 of Solo Leveling. Season 2's already out. That's on my must-buy list. So I will definitely be taking you guys into my collection little by little. So you guys can kind of see what I have and literally the differences of what I have. Again, a lot of my anime DVDs are illegally legal because I'm not paying the American price for it. You know, if you buy 24 episode anime here in America, $69.99. I can get, well, most of the Kamen Rider Ultraman DVDs. I can get anime DVD collection, the entire series, for less than $30. Less than half. Just have to know what to look for and where to look for it. Well, anyway, just wanted to get into this. I'm pretty excited to actually get to this point of, now with Godzilla, all I have to worry about is future things. I mean, there are still things like I said, I'm looking for all three Mothra DVDs one by one. The Japanese Bilantum movie. But it definitely feels like a weight has been lifted to have one series kind of finish. I mean, it's just like when I finished the CW series, it felt I felt so grateful for finally getting the final piece in there, and I felt kind of relieved that I don't have to worry about finding any more pieces. Godzilla, yeah, they'll be making more American movies, making more Japanese movies, but it is now just waiting for the DVD to come out or the movie to come out. There's a lot of things left to be done with the DVDs, though, my collection. A lot. But, as I said, I kind of want to show you guys what I've been working on and with for my DVDs. And I'll be honest with you, 3 of these DVD binders fit very nicely into a one shelf of a bookshelf. The DVDs itself with the case literally it was not I would not have enough room for my DVD collection. I used to pile it onto a shelf. Have a stack probably about 3 feet, 3.5 feet. One stack, 3 rows across, 3 rows back. It was a pain in the butt to find a movie because I would have to move things to get into the back. This is so much better for moving, storage, finding DVDs. I do still stream, but like most people, I'm starting to realize the limitations of streaming services. To watch simply everything you want to watch, you need 4 or 5 streaming services, and then they have full control. They can literally yank the series off and you're stuck at least with, that's why I'm getting back into DVDs. It's mine. I have full control over it. Literally, if I want to watch something, I have it and I can watch it. I don't have to go through every streaming service to see if they have it. I will say the best thing about the streaming services is it's easy. Just go into a streaming service, pick a movie to watch it. Don't need to get off the couch, don't need to literally do anything except pick up the controller. But, like I said, Tubi recently had, or took Mask, Mobile Armored Strike Command off their streaming service. I don't know why. But I've also been wanting to get back into certain things. Mask, Robotech, Star Blazers, and a lot of these aren't on streaming services. Speaking of aren't on streaming services, that's another video for another time. But there are some Disney movies I have that's not even on Disney Plus. And I've literally started falling into the hole of I need the DVDs just in case. And like I said before, so my cartoon collection isn't that big, but it had its own shelf, and it was maybe 2.5 foot, 3 rows that way, 3 rows that way. So it was kind of big. My anime collection, forget about that. That was bigger than my normal DVD collection. Although my normal DVD collection, to be fair, before was so much bigger. Literally, I got rid of maybe 4 or 5 dozen DVDs. And this was before I got the binders. So yeah, one time I had 3 rows of about 4 feet high, 3 rows that way, 3 rows that way, or yeah, 3 rows to the back, 9 rows across, just for normal DVDs. TV series were inside of the drawers, and I still had my anime collection, which was another 4 foot 3 and 3. So these binders help a lot, especially just in case we gotta move again. It's easier, better to ship. Kind of a pain, but not at the same time. They are pretty expensive, so I didn't order it all one time. It was literally kind of a let me spend $100, pick up 3 of them here, 3 of them there, 3. But with the DVDs packed all the way into these things, the room looks better than I've ever had it. Everything looks in its right place. It looks I mean, you would not be able to see the DVDs. So when you actually get into the collection, you'd be surprised. As far as the cases go, there are smaller cases that can hold 30 DVDs, 30 CDs. I think the biggest case is the 500, just over 500 DVDs, CDs. And yes, I do have a very small collection of CDs. Again, they were put into a binder just to get rid of the casings, make it easier to go through. It's not a big collection, but I do need to add to it. I'm not big into music. I actually love theme songs for sitcoms and anime and cartoons more than normal music. I think because it's shorter. But if a song gets to me, I definitely want it, so I buy it. Same with DVDs. It's not a bad thing. Just a lot to collect with DVDs, books, all the action figures and Funkos. but little by little, like I said, I'm starting to catch up in the collection, in everything, and it's starting to feel good and feel right. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. If you're a Godzilla fan, I definitely hope you can complete your collection. Take care. See you guys soon. Be safe. Yeah, stay tuned, because little by little we're going to go through probably all of the DVD collection so you guys can see it. It's going to be fun, hopefully. Thanks for watching again, guys. Aloha.